Hormone, a regulating substance produced in an organism and transported in tissue fluids such as blood to stimulate specific cells or tissues into action. Pituitary gland, major endocrine gland, a pea-sized body attached to the base of the brain. The pituitary is important in controlling growth and development and the functioning of other endocrine glands. Endocrine gland, ductless glands of the endocrine system that secrete their product hormones directly into the blood. Glucagon, a hormone formed in the pancreas which promotes the breakdown of glycagon to glucose in the liver. Insulin, a hormone produced in the pancreas by the islets of Langerhans which regulates the amount of glucose in the blood. The lack of insulin causes a form of diabetes. GTT, glucose tolerance test, test of the body's ability to metabolize glucose that involves the administration of a measured dose of glucose to the fasting stomach and the determination of glucose levels in the blood and urine at measured intervals thereafter, and that is used especially to detect diabetes mellitus. GH, growth hormone or somatotropin, also known as human growth hormone in its human form, is a peptide hormone that stimulates growth, cell reproduction, and cell regeneration in humans and other animals. HGB1A1C, form of hemoglobin that is bound to glucose. Islets of Langerhans, group of pancreatic cells secreting insulin and glucagon. Diabetes mellitus, a disease in which the body's ability to produce or respond to the hormones insulin is impaired, resulting in abnormal metabolism of carbohydrates and elevated levels of glucose in the blood and urine. Postprandial, during or relating to the period after dinner or lunch, occurring after a meal. Exocrine gland, glands that secrete substances onto an epithelial surface by way of a duct. For example, sweat, salivary, mammary, sebaceous, and mucus glands. Sebaceous gland, a small gland in the skin which secretes a lubricating oily matter or sebum into the hair follicles to lubricate skin and hair. Sudoriferous gland, small tubular structures situated within and under the skin. In sebaceous tissue, they discharge sweat by tiny openings in the surface of the skin. Dermis, the skin. Epidermis, the surface epithelium of the skin overlying the dermis. Melanocyte, a mature melanin-forming cell, especially in the skin. Melanin, dark brown to black pigment occurring in the hair, skin, and iris of the eye of people and animals. It is responsible for tanning of skin exposed to sunlight. KOH, potassium hydroxide, a white deliquescent solid that dissolves in water with much heat to form a strongly alkaline liquid. Autonomic nervous system, the part of the nervous system responsible for control of bodily functions not consciously directed, such as breathing, heartbeat, and digestive process. Encephalitis, inflammation of the brain caused by infection or an allergic reaction. Meningitis, inflammation of the meninges caused by viral or bacterial infection and marked by intense headache, fever, sensitivity to light, muscular rigidity, and leading to convulsions, delirium, and death. Epilepsy, neurological disorder marked by sudden recurrent episodes of sensory disturbance, loss of consciousness, or convulsions associated with abnormal electrical activity in the brain. Neuralgia, intense, typically intermittent pain along the course of a nerve, especially in the head or face. Myalgia, pain in muscles or groups of muscles. Striated muscle, muscle tissue in which the contractile fibrils in the cells are aligned in parallel bundles so that their different regions form stripes visible in a microscope. CK, enzyme found in the heart, brain, skeletal muscle, and other tissue. Increased amounts of CK are released into blood when there is muscle damage. Creatinine kinase. LDH, lactic acid dehydrogenase, enzyme found in almost all body tissue, plays an important role in cellular respiration. Atrophy, it's atrophy of body tissue and organ waste away, especially as a result of degeneration of cells, or become vestigial during